Live from WTVO 17 and your home team. Eyewitness News at 10 starts now.
The St. Patrick's Day Parade is a tradition in the Forest City. We'll show you how the organizers adapted to COVID guidelines.
We were doing our best to get information to our mission partners, to all of our staff, as quickly as we could.
A local hospital is lighting up to show thanks to healthcare workers. We'll tell you the significance behind the color they chose. More money is coming for many Americans. The breakdown of the next round of stimulus checks is coming up. Good evening, I'm Alexis Carpello. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's been a busy Saturday for Rockford first responders. The latest scene, Rockford police investigate a deadly crash on the city's west side. Police say a man has died after being hit on Auburn Street in front of the auto zone. It happened around 7:10 tonight. They're looking for a light-colored vehicle that hit him and fled the scene. Witnesses are still there. We'll bring you more details on this crash once they're available. Then this evening, Rockford fire battles ablaze in a Rockford home. The fire broke out on Rome Avenue. That's a few blocks north of State Street around 4:30. Those inside the home were able to evacuate. No one was injured. Fire crews say the cause of the fire was due to careless use of smoking materials. There were no working smoke detectors in the home at the time of the fire. Damages are estimated to be $15,000. Earlier this morning, a car ends up in a creek after a multi-vehicle collision. It happened at the intersection of Spring Creek and Alpine Roads around 9:40. Rockford police tell us 3 cars were involved. One vehicle ended up on its side in the creek. Investigators tell us there were only minor injuries. The Rock River may not be green, and the parade wasn't marching through downtown Rockford streets, but Ari Bruckman found out that hasn't stopped some residents from celebrating St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day for me just basically means family and getting together with friends and family during that day.
St. Patrick's Day is Wednesday, but that's not stopping people from celebrating early. Peg McMahon grew up in Rockford. Now living in Wisconsin, she's celebrating this St. Patrick's Day by returning to the Forest City to meet an old friend.
Basically having drinks, reminiscing about the year upcoming. It's almost like a New Year's for Irish for me.
COVID has changed or even canceled many people's St. Patrick's Day plans. McMahon believes, with a lot of uncertainty still surrounding the virus, celebrating the holiday is exactly what people need.
We need a break. I mean, it's just been negative, and I think that at least one positive probably will outweigh a couple of the negatives. So instead of focusing on the vaccines or the COVID, just focus on positive. You know, and St. Patrick's Day, I think, is that, just positive.
I think it's important to celebrate your heritage. I think that there's several safe ways that you can celebrate this year.
Before moving a year ago, Kathy Davidson was a Rockford resident for 44 years. She isn't big on corned beef or green beer, but she still plans to be festive.
I grew up without my father, and I grew up not knowing what I was made up of. And I did get to meet him and learn that at the end of his life, and I appreciated that. So it's just important to me that my kids know their family and they know what they're made up of.
In Rockford, for your home team, I'm Ari Bruckman.
A traditional parade to celebrate the Irish gets a new twist this year. This year's Rockford Irish Marching Society paraded through the streets in the cars instead of marching on foot. Dozens of cars were decorated with their Irish flair. Organizers say they weren't going to cancel like last year.
We're having the St. Patrick's Driving Parade. Normally we're the Marching Society because that's what we do, we march, but we cannot do that this time because of the gathering restrictions and all that. So we are having a driving parade, and we're going to show the city that we haven't gone anywhere.
The group plans for an even bigger halfway to St. Patrick's Day celebration this Labor Day. Now in Chicago, to many people's surprise, the city's river is green again. The longtime tradition was put on pause last year because of the pandemic, but it's back today. Green beer may be your drink of choice this weekend, but overall, people have been drinking more this past year, and the proof is in the numbers. An Illinois liquor store says their location saw 15 to 20% increases in sales, but that also meant the store had a problem. Demand was so high, it was hard to keep things in supply during COVID shipping delays.
Because not everybody's back on campus this year, everything is still online pretty much. There's an increase, but it's hard to get all the stuff from the sailors.
My reporter. Okay.
The biggest increase in sales was when people were mostly working from home and when bars were closed. A year ago today, Governor Pritzker announced all schools would close. That was supposed to be just for 2 weeks. Empty shelves lined grocery store aisles. Local hospitals banned anyone under 17. Today, the state reports over 1,600 more cases of COVID-19, 23 more people dying from the virus, including 2 residents here in the state line. The state's rolling positivity rate sits under 3%. Region 1's rate sits at 2.4%. Boone, Carroll, Joe Davies, Stevenson, and Whiteside counties all saw an increase in their rates. Lee County is the lowest at less than 1%. Boone and Ogle counties have the same rate and right now are the highest in the region. The Boone County Health Department shares an update on vaccinations. If you received your first COVID-19 Pfizer vaccine at the Keene Age Center Sunday, February 21st, your second dose is Monday, March 15th at Belvedere High School. The health department asks you arrive the same time as your first appointment. Find more information on this update at mystateline.com. A local hospital is lit up pink to show its appreciation for healthcare workers. OSF St. Anthony is lit up pink tonight. The color signifies thanks and appreciation. Administrators wanted to do this to show doctors, nurses, and staff at the hospital some support for this past year. A vice president at OSF tells us what it was like when there was a surge in patients and a decrease in staff.
We really had to work hard to pivot on a daily basis on, how we were staffing our units, how we were staffing all of our areas, and caring for those sickest patients that we had.
Through those hardships, Fisher tells us it's just a small sign of gratitude for those who've done so much this past year. A local community center is opening back up for the first time since the start of the pandemic. Ken Rock Community Center hosted their first craft show since 2019 today. They were finally able to debut their new location that they've been at for a year. Organizers say it was great to unlock those doors.
We have tons of neighbors and the surrounding community who's came in, and most of them obviously are here for the craft show, but a lot of them also are coming in to see the new center.
The fair featured many crafts made by local artists and even held a raffle. President Biden has told states he wants every American adult eligible for the vaccine by May 1st. But the administration has not laid out a timeline for when those shots would actually be administered. He's also promising people waiting for those $1,400 checks will not see the same delays many faced last time. Here's ABC's Karina Mitchell with the details.
Vaccination efforts continue to ramp up nationwide, increasing nearly 40% in the past month. The country now averaging 2.3 million shots per day.
We need all Americans to get vaccinated as soon as it's their turn.
Some experts warn of the consequences if enough people don't get vaccinated.
If we don't achieve that 80% number, then you're going to see a fierce surge of the virus coming back next winter.
There's also concern as more Americans are traveling. The TSA reporting it screened 1.3 million people on Friday, the most since the pandemic began. Many of them spring breakers heading to places like Texas and Florida, packing bars and restaurants, few masks in sight.
You do see a few people wearing masks here and there, but if you go outside the clubs, they're packed.
At least 24 states have rolled back restrictions, including California, where LA County gyms, movie theaters, and indoor dining resumes Monday at limited capacity.
We really miss seeing our customers.
Meanwhile, some Americans have already received those $1,400 direct payments laid out in President Biden's COVID relief package.
It is so wonderful to get this money, to be able to pay it to my landlord.
The president, aware millions of Americans struggled to get their payments last time.
We have to get this right. Details matter.
The IRS now working to send more payments directly to bank accounts, and on Monday launching an online tool for Americans to track payments. Karina Mitchell, ABC News, New York.
Now your first warm weather forecast with meteorologist Kevin Doom.
Well, we really couldn't ask for a better Saturday today. Temperatures topped off in the lower 60s and stayed there for a couple of hours, at least here in Rockford. We also saw tons of sunshine. 62 degrees to be exact was the high today. Now, this is the warmest Saturday so far of the season. Before today, every Saturday before today didn't even reach the 50s. So this is the warmest Saturday of 2021 by far. Now, temperatures have fallen down to the 40s across most of the area. 41 currently in Rockford. Same goes for those of you up in Janesville. 48 right now in Monroe. 41 in Freeport, down to 39 currently down in Rochelle. Let's take a live look over the Rock River in downtown Beloit using the Mercy L Skytrack, where conditions are pretty quiet for the time being. Just saw a few more clouds move in over the past several hours, but otherwise things are nice and calm. But these clouds that moved in are sitting ahead of this big storm system that's going to bring us our next chance for rain and likely even a little bit of accumulating snowfall. It's the same storm system that's going to be moving into our area that brought blizzard-like conditions to parts of the western plains and severe thunderstorms, including a few tornadoes down in the Texas Panhandle. That system will be making its way into our neck of the woods come Monday. But in the meantime, we're just going to hang on to the partly cloudy conditions through the night tonight and into tomorrow morning. Now, through most of the day tomorrow, we're going to see those clouds increase as that storm does approach from the west. We're going to see clouds build through the day. Most of the day is going to be on the mostly cloudy side. We should see plenty of good peaks of sunshine in there, however. Now, this precipitation likely won't even enter the area until the early morning hours of Monday. It likely will start falling as some snow falls. Temperatures are a little bit cooler. Heading on into the afternoon, I know our futurecast here shows mostly blue. We'll likely transition to a little bit of a wintry mix as temperatures heat up just a bit in the lower levels of our atmosphere. Now, this snowfall in this wintry mix could fall as late as the late evening hours of Monday before giving way to just some cloudy skies overhead. Now, there is still a good deal of uncertainty associated with this system. Now, the timing of this storm system and this system's track has pretty good confidence associated with that, at least on those fronts. But the temperature profile of the system, not so much. And I'm not talking the temperature just down here at the surface that reads on your everyday thermometer. We're talking the temperature profile through the atmosphere, through the entirety of the storm system. And the reason why this is such a big concern for us is because with the system, particularly this particular system here, that is the difference between rain, wintry mix, or snowfall. Just a little bit of a change in this temperature will have a huge influence on how much snow will actually pile up, and that's why the confidence on snow totals isn't all that high either. Now, let's take a look at what some computer models are looking at in terms of snow accumulation. Anywhere from around 2 to as high as 6 inches for us here in Rockford. I'm definitely taking the lower end of these projections. That's because there is a lot that these models don't account for, including the consistency of the snowfall. This will likely be a very wet, heavy snowfall that'll compact very easily, not going to pile up as quick as a dry snowfall. The computer models don't account for that. They also don't account for how warm our surface has gotten thanks to the warmer weather we've had, so that'll likely promote some melting before the snow is actually able to really start piling up. So my money's on a couple of inches through most of the state line with a few inches possible in some localized areas. Also want to remind you, daylight savings time begins tonight. Tonight's sunset was at 6 p.m. Tomorrow's sunset won't be until after 7 o'clock. That's the latest sunset that we have seen since back in the middle of September. Now, temperatures tonight going to be dropping into the lower to middle 30s. A little bit more seasonable with the temperatures tomorrow. Upper 40s, maybe scraping the lower 50s in a few spots. Likely not escaping the 30s with the storm system moving through on Monday. We're back in the 40s on Tuesday, likely staying there through the end of the week.
Thanks, Kevin. David Greenberg is in next with sports. Fighting Illini are a game away from being Big Ten tournament champions. Stay tuned for highlights from their win over 5th-ranked Iowa.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with David Greenberg.
Big Ten tournament season, and we're to the semi-finals from Indianapolis. Today we got a good one between Iowa and Illinois. Brett Underwood's got his guys on a roll from the starters down to the rotational players. Illini came out firing early. Helps when you got a guy that's 7 foot, 285 pounds in the middle. Kofi Coburn slams it home. Less than 5 minutes in the first. Outlet to Iota Sumu, and right up the floor he goes for the slam. For the Hawkeyes, you just know 55 is going to do 55 things. Luka Garza picks up the and one to keep it within reach. If there's one guy that can rival Garza for Player of the Year, it's Ayo. He pulls up from the wing and knocks it down. Like I said, everybody on this team is just balling out. Check out this effort from the freshman, Andre Carpello. Picks his pocket bounce pass to Ayo, and he slams it home. He had 18, 7, and 9 in this one. Garza had 21 and 12, but Coburn was the better big man today. This board off the glass and bucket, a part of his 26 points and 8 rebounds. Jeez, that poor rim. The Illini are moving on to the championship game tomorrow with the 82-71 win over Iowa. They'll play the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Regents played a Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference Championship game tonight. With the title on the line, they came up just short, falling to Wisconsin Lutheran 78-71. Micah Swanson was the team's leading scorer with 17 points. He also corralled 9 boards. Just under a minute to go in the game, the Regents were within just 3 points, but couldn't take the lead. Nonetheless, a great season and a big congratulations to them. Head over to Jefferson, where the Nick 10 boys individual conference meet took place. There was one man who absolutely dominated the day. That was Camden Taylor. Here he is during the 200-meter individual medley, way out ahead in front of the pack. When the meet was all said and done, Taylor had broken 4 conference swim records. And get this, he's only a sophomore. The E-Rabs have got a great one for the next 2 years. Some local schools met for the Northern Illinois Bowling Proprietors Championship from Parks Lane in Loves Park. Start with Savannah Mercado from Freeport, a great roll. She gets a strike, then celebrates with her teammates. Abby Topham was up for Hononegah. The pretty hook, right to left, gets it to go for 8. Is she able to get the spare? She gets it. Now, Joanna Arajau from Harlem. The roll. And knocks down 9 pins, but she was unable to get the spare. Harlem ended up taking first place by 724 pins. The NIBPA Boys Bowling Tournament took place in Freeport at Four Seasons Lanes. The Harlem Huskies won that tournament with Hononegah taking second and Freeport third. Harlem senior Alex Cleveland was the top individual bowler with a 237 average. He started off his day with a 300 game.
It's pretty cool. I mean, we finally showed up on the lanes. We actually clicked as a team for once, and we just went out there and bowled like we normally do.
Tell me about that 300 game. Is it your first one?
Oh, no, this is my 6th one, and it was pretty fun. I mean, first game started at the bat, 300. Not bad.
Not bad at all, my friend. The IHSA State Cheer Tournament wrapped up today. Belvedere North taking home second in the co-ed division. North Boone came in 6th in the small group division. Boylan in 14th in the medium. And Harlem 16th in the large group. Congratulations to all of the state teams. That's it for sports. We'll be right back.
Here's a look at our interactive radar, sponsored by Rockford Auto Glass SEMOR. All is quiet for the time being, but you see that rain signature out to our west. That's part of a storm system. It's going to bring us a bit of snow, possibly some accumulating snowfall come Monday. Temperatures, though, in the middle to upper 40s for tomorrow, dropping out to 30s for Monday.
Well, thanks for making us your home team tonight. Have a great night.